Hello my gorgeous loves out there, and welcome. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing and playing with the new Glaminatrix Glamorous palette. I wanted to create a couple looks, do some swatches, and let you guys know if this is the usual amazing formula from Glaminatrix. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I am just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun and colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot on any makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Hello my snickerdoodles. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season so far. Mine is going really well, and I have been purchasing a lot of things, so I do have a lot of cool reviews coming for you guys. A lot of content's gonna start rolling out this month, and I'm excited for it. And I'm very happy that this palette finally arrived, because it took about maybe 2 or 3 months for this to arrive, because I got it on pre-order when it first launched, and then when it did finally ship, it took like a whole month through the whole shipping process to finally get here, because Glaminatrix is a indie brand based out of Australia. I'm in the US, so it is international shipping, but that's what I expect, because everywhere you go people are short staffed, so I'm sure like all the delivery service companies are severely understaffed, because that's the world we're in now. But this palette right here goes for $56.54. It has simple like burgundy packaging that almost feels like leather. Maybe it's like pleather, but it feels really nice. It has a good little weight to it. There's nothing on the back. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like inside. There is a mirror, and then here's all the shades. This looks really beautiful. I like the combo with like the burgundy, the purple. We have some like tealy shades, this beautiful mint right here. This one looks very olivey, but in different angles it looks kind of burgundy. This looks really pretty, and this has 4 dual chromes, 1 high impact shimmer, and 7 matte. So we have some different formulas to work with. I'm not sure which one is the high impact shimmer. I think maybe it's just dreamy shade, because it does look like it has a lot of sparkles. And then all the other ones are dual chrome, so I'm not sure what the shifts are, because I haven't touched it or did any swatches yet. And then these beautiful little mattes. I cannot wait to play with this, but it looks really, really pretty. So that was it. Such a short little intro. So I am going to get a little closer and we can get right into look number 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the Give Me Glow Primer and Parchment. This has just been sitting on my desk, so I've been using it a lot lately, but I'm gonna blend it on because we need primer, and I'm not gonna set it. That's just how I typically do my eyeshadows. So I'm getting inspiration from the packaging, like with the burgundy, and I think that's the shades I wanna use, like do a burgundy smoky look. But this one, and I wanna use this one. It has a like olive green shift to burgundy. I don't know if you guys can see the shift, but it definitely is visible to me in person, so I think that looks really pretty. And maybe use one of them for the inner corner, maybe do some liner details today. I'm feeling creative, so I'm gonna start off with a shade called Tempting, and I'm gonna take this little Nabla brush and pick that up. It does seem like it's a little bit powdery. There is some kickback, but I'm used to that from their like mattes, and I'm just gonna start going to town with this. Let's see how it is. Sometimes shadows like this can be patchy, but Glaminatrix usually has a really good matte formula, and I haven't had any issues with any of their other palettes, so I'm sure this is gonna be good. But this is gonna be like my initial shade through like the crease. I'm just gonna slowly get that all blended, just, you know, to avoid any kind of patchiness. So I want to go into curls, this matte black, because of course I cannot avoid a matte black in a palette, and I want to use that over the outer corner here, and I think I'm going to get pretty smoky. Now I am dusting off the shades, and I'm not noticing really too much fallout on my face, so that's a good thing. You definitely want to dust off the excess though, because I definitely do see kickback and stuff does come off on the brush when I tap it. But I'm just gonna concentrate that all out here. So that matte black is quite pigmented. It laid over that red matte really well, and I'm not noticing any patchiness whatsoever. So now I want to probably do the lower lash line. Do we want to do anything different down there? No, I don't think so. So I'm gonna just use all the same shades on the lower lash line and just, you know, go into tempting and then go in with curls on the outer corner. So I'm just gonna finish that off camera because I'm not doing anything exciting down here. So let's get into the metallic now. I think the blend is decent so far. I feel like I really took the shadow out far, but I guess I'm just feeling extra today. So let's get into Belle, the shifty green to burgundy. I'm gonna pick it up with this knob brush, and I will probably just wet it. I don't think I'm gonna go in with a glitter primer today. It is picking up pretty well on the brush. It's doing a pretty good job. I'm going to get this spray right here. There's just water in here. And I'm gonna put that on the lid. So it does seem a little bit more on the sheer side. So I'm gonna try to build that up. That is definitely a green to burgundy. I don't know if that's pulling up on camera. It's really hard to like capture multi-chromes on a camera because it just looks so different like to me sitting here, but it will probably look so different on camera. I never know how it's gonna translate, but it's pretty. It's very smooth. It's almost like a more traditional metallic, but it's going on really nicely. And I'm able to get it to build up even though it's, you know, a little bit more on the sheer side. So I do think that looks really pretty on the eyes. This formula does seem different from metallics I've used from Glaminatrix, like in their other palettes. It's a little bit more smooth, almost satin-like, but I still think it's really pretty, and the shift is stunning on this. But I want to go in with something in the inner portion. I think Generous will be a good option. I just want something a little lighter. This kind of looks maybe a little like a taupey shade. This one definitely has way more sparkle to it and seems like it's gonna be more like high shine than the Belle shade. So I'm gonna spray that as well, and I'm gonna put that in the inner portion to get a little bit of brightness, and I feel like the look overall is on the darker side. Yeah, this is definitely more sparkly. I do think it looks pretty, and I like that in the inner portion because I just felt like I needed some more brightness right there. So I want to now take the shade called Twinkie. No, not Twinkie. Twinkle. Obviously, I'm thinking about food. But let me get a little pencil brush so I can pop that in the inner corner. This one looks like maybe it might have a pink shift to it. I'm not totally sure. Maybe it has a green. I don't know. That's the fun part of dual chromes. You never know what you're going to get. So I'm going to spray it. And I'm just going to pop it right there. I think maybe this has a green shift, which I think goes perfect with this eye look. I'm so happy it has a green shift. That is really pretty. I'm just gonna take that through the corner and bring it just a little bit on the lower lash line because I like to brighten the inner portion at the bottom and then kind of fuse it into the lid shade. So I really like that as an inner corner highlight. I love that it has a green shift. It goes so well with this look. But I'm going to go off camera, work on the blend, bring back some of the black matte on the outer corner here. And I'll probably do some liner details, maybe like arch up here, do something simple with like a green liner. I'll see what I can come up with, but I'm gonna go finish off the look and I will be right back. Alrighty, your girl is back. The look is done. What do you guys think of this? I feel like it looks very glamorous. I'm really happy with the green liner. It helps give some definition to the look, and I had to add a green gem in the front. I felt naked without like a gem right there. That's just like my signature look right now, and I think it looks really Glamorous, very smoky, very burgundy. I love the green. I like the lid shades, and I wanted to keep the burgundy vibes going, so I did a burgundy lippy, which is the Uden's Eye lipstick, the cream version, and Tulip Kiss. It just pairs so nicely with the eye look. And then for the rest of the look, I went in with the Kiss Lash Glue liner, and I did a kind of exaggerated wing and met it at the end of the green. I don't know, I just wanted a extra wing. And then I went in with the Kiss So Wispy lashes. And then for my waterline, I went in with this shadow stick from About Face called Pearly. I don't use this on the lid, but I always just use it as a waterline shade. I like the limey vibes of it, and I think it matched with the liner that's on the lid. And then for mascara, I went in with this Tristique mascara, and I think that's it. Oh, I did tightline with the Tristique pencil as well, and you know, added the gems and stuff, and that was pretty much it for this look. And this is really pretty. I wish I had something to do. Like, can someone invite me out? I need to go to a party, a club. I need to like live my best glamorous life right now, but I have nothing to do. I'm literally gonna wash this off and go eat dinner and call it a night because it is a weekday and I gotta work tomorrow. But you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna look glamorous while eating my dinner tonight. But hopefully you guys really like this one. I like how it came out. But I think I'm now ready to get into look number 2. All right, my loves, it is another day, time for another look, and I want to play with some of these purples and teal shades, but do like a very graphic shape if I can accomplish that. I'm not the best at creating a very good shape for my eyes, at least. I don't know why I struggle so much, but I know for sure I want to do purple on the outer edge here and like create a like wing. So I'm going to go into the shade called Regal, and I'm going to take this very small little pencil brush. I'm going to dust off the excess, and I'm going to keep my eye open, and I'm just going to drag the shadow like on the side and like kind of down here as well. And I'm going to keep my eye open because I have slightly hooded eyes, so I want it to connect like right where it folds at is the goal. This is where I always struggle. But you see where I'm like, with my eyes open, that's kind of where the fold happens. Right there. And I'm just going to like intensify that line. And I'm only going to have the purple be on the outer edge. And I'll probably do the same thing on the other side. And maybe I'll fill it in with some shimmer. But I'm just going to work on that. Get that shape down. And then I'm going to go into another shadow in the inner portion. I'm going to clean this brush off, and I'm going to go into Luxe, this like deeper teal shade. And I'm going to take the pencil brush, dust off the excess, and do like an archway with my eye open, like here in the front. Like that. And just keep it right there. I'm not going to take it to the like purple over here. I'm just gonna keep it right in the front arch. Both of these mats seem nicely pigmented, so I think I'm gonna connect it. I feel like it looks weird having that space there, and I don't know, it doesn't look exactly how I want it, so I'm just gonna connect the purple to it. So that's where we're gonna keep it at right now. So I'm going to go into a flat shader brush, if I can find a decently clean one. And I'm going to clean it with this color switch. And I want to go into the shimmers now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the lower lash line, but I know I want to try out this Dreamy shade, which I think this one is the high impact shimmer. I'm excited to try it because it looks really sparkly. So I'm going to pick it up on this rougher brush here, and I'm just going to spray it. And I don't think I told you guys in the beginning, but I did prime my eyes again with the Give Me Glow primer and parchment, just so you know, and I didn't set it. Just use the same thing. Oh yeah, that's definitely the high impact shimmer. It is so sparkly. So I just kept it on the outer edge. That looks so pretty. I'm like so tempted to just use that all over the lid. It's gorgeous. Oh, I love when things sparkle and are just extra intense. So pretty. So now I want to go into Opulence because I love minty metallic shades like this. And I want to see what it's like. So I think I'm going to cover the rest of the lid with that shade. So we're going to have a lot of brightness in the front because it is a lighter metallic. And I'm going to pick it up with the same brush. I just cleaned it off. And I'm going to wet it as well. Oh, it picked up quite nicely on a brush. Oh my God, I'm spraying this the wrong direction. I'm tired, okay? I just came from work and went right into my room to film, and I was like, oh, it's been a long day. It was an intense day as well. Now this one seems on the sheer side, kind of like the Belle shade, but it is definitely more sparkly than the Belle shade, but I do feel like I'm gonna have to layer this up a little bit, but gosh, that is pretty. I love these kind of shades, and it looks so bright being there in the front. So I do want to take the shade Package on the rest of the lower lash line. This is the only shade I haven't used in the palette, so I might as well pop that on in this look too. It's a more pinky, warmer purple than the Regal shade, and it is on the lighter side too. I'm just gonna pop that in the front because I just want to, you know, try all the shades. I might as well. Yeah, you can definitely tell like the tones are different between these two purples. I do wish there was a shade that was a lot more different in the palette. I don't know if like these two purples were necessary even though they have two different tones. Now that I have that finished, I realize there is one other shade that I haven't used in the palette, and I might as well also slap that on. I'm going to go into Style, which is a lighter teal, and see if I can use it like as a blendie shade, like to blend out the edges of the bottom. I don't know if that's going to look weird, but I feel like they're complementing colors. And yeah, so I'm just going to run this down here and just so I can use it. Now I'm going to go into Twinkle, the very last shade here, and I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight again, since that is the lightest shade in here besides the Opulence shade, and since I already have that all over the lid, I'm just going to pop this in there again. And I love the, you know, green tone that it has. Like that yellow to green is so pretty, and also goes with this look as well. I'm just going to pop it right here. I'm not going to really take it up on the lid. I'm just going to keep it concentrated right in the inner corner highlight. And that's it for the look, guys. I did another graphic shape. I don't know. That's what I was feeling for these two looks. So I'm going to go off camera, finish my look, do my liner, lashes, figure out something for my lips, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I'm back, and here's the finished look. I like the mix of the teal and the purple, and I think I did a pretty good job on the shape this time. Even though the shape is kind of similar to what I did in the first look with the like green liner, like making that arch, I still feel like these two looks are very, very different, like on totally different spectrums. I felt like a little bit more grungy and smoky in the first one. I feel very cosmic-y and bright in this one. And I was able to get that mint to like build up this metallic because it was a little sheer at first. And this dreamy shade is so pretty and sparkly. I definitely want to use that in another look where I cover my whole lid with it because it's so pretty. But all I did off camera to complete this look was I went in with the LA Girl Jet Setter liquid eyeliner. I just did a line right here. I didn't create a wings to have this like purple outer wing. And then for the waterline, I went in with the LA Girl Shockwave liner in Fresh, this beautiful like minty teal shade. And I went in with the High Def mascara from Beauty For Real, and I actually mixed it with the Tarte's mascara from Tarte. And then for my lips, I started off with the Rose Ink lipstick in Grateful. I thought it looked pretty, but I wanted it to be a little bit more nude and a little lighter, so I went over that with the Unearthly Cosmetics Satin liquid lipstick in Eva. It's a very light, cool tone beige, so I was able to like lighten up my lips a little bit more, and I think that looks a lot better with the look, and I'm just happy with how this turned out. I'm very impressed with the palette so far. So that was everything for look number 2. So I'm gonna zoom you guys out now and give you guys my like final thoughts on this palette. So we made it to the end, and I was able to film this video fairly quickly this time. I didn't have a lot of issues. I guess my brain was working today as well as yesterday when I filmed the first look. But I feel like this palette is really beautiful. I think the mattes are nicely pigmented. I didn't have any blending issues. They just go on the eyes like a dream, but I expected that from Glaminatrix, and I think the metallic formula in here is really pretty. I do feel like there's a different formula in here from their other palettes, like this opulent shade and this bell shade. They were a little bit more sheer. I kind of had to build them up to get them fully opaque, which I'm not used to experiencing that from their other shimmers. It's not a problem, it's just like a different kind of formula. I still think they were really pretty. And I do feel like the bell shade was a little bit more smooth and satin-like and not as sparkly as the other shades, but the shift on it is really pretty, and I thought it looked so good in the first look. It gave all the grungy vibes, and I think the mix of tones in here are really pretty. I love that there's a matte black in here. I think this light yellow shade that has the green shift is really beautiful, makes a gorgeous inner corner, and I'm sure this opulent shade would make a gorgeous inner corner. But I do like the mix up of shades here. Now the only thing I would say is I think these two, even though they're like different tones of purple, I don't feel like both of them needed to be there, because once you put them on the eyes, I feel like they're gonna start to look the same, even though this one's a little lighter and a little bit more pinky, and this one is like a little bit, you know, darker. I do feel like if one of these shades were switched out, I would have preferred that, like with one like other color to, you know, go in. Maybe like a matte green would have been cool. I don't know, something different. I just don't really like when like shades are a little bit too similar, so I feel like I have repeats in the palette even though the tones are slightly different. It just, once they're on the eyes, they're going to just kind of translate the same in any look. But besides that, formula is really good, and I think it's pretty. I love that there's dual chromes in here, and you have a lot of options. I can see a lot of other looks that I could do with this, and I did enjoy playing with it. So I'm very happy that I have this, and I can't wait to see the other looks that I'll be able to create with this palette. Anyways guys, that was my thoughts on this palette. Hopefully this video was helpful in letting you know whether this is something worth picking up for you or not, or maybe I gave you some look inspirations if you already did pick up this palette. Either way, I hope this video was helpful, but you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you purchase? Did you pass? What are your thoughts on Glaminatrix? If you have tried them, I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot of stuff in indie makeup and eyeshadow palettes, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the palette linked. I will have the rest of my like face makeup and everything linked in case you're curious on what is on my face. I will also have other Glaminatrix reviews that I have done in case you're curious about their other palettes and you want to see more from this brand. They will all be in the description. I'll also have my contact and my social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_beauty, and I do post a lot of different content there as well. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really love that. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video, for being here and taking some time out of your day to hang out with me for a little bit. I really appreciate it. But I just hope you guys are all doing well wherever you are in the world, and I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.